All right, what's up everybody? It's Ethan here, coming to you from the trailhead for Catamount Falls outside of Colorado Springs. So this was not my first choice for a hike today at all. My original plan was to do the incline, hike up to bar camp, and then go back down the bar trail. But there was just no parking anywhere. I mean, the bar trail lot was full, the incline lot was full, there was no street parking. I mean, I would have had to park over a mile away to get a spot. So I waited in the bar trail parking lot for like 15-20 minutes and then just said screw it, I'm not doing this, and ended up coming over here instead. Now, I don't know exactly how far in I'm going to be hiking today. This whole trail is pretty long, but as you can see, it's solid ice. I'm going to need to put my spikes on, and I'm not really dressed for cold weather hiking at all. So it is about 60 degrees here, so it's really nice. But if it starts getting colder, the higher I get up the trail, then I'll just turn around. It's kind of just a mess today with what happened with you know, my plans to hike the incline falling through. It's kind of just a mess, and whatever I end up doing, that's what I end up doing. So this trail is about, it's you go up north on 24 and then turn left towards Green Mountain Falls, and you have to park right in the center of town in Green Mountain Falls and hike about a mile up a dirt road to get to where I just started from, the trailhead. So I'm already a little over a mile in on this, so we'll see what happens here. But like I said, it's time to throw the spikes on because this is just a solid sheet of ice. All right, well, this trail is doing a lot of downhill right now, which means I'll be having to gain some elevation on the way back, which is always just so much fun. And so far, there's nothing really to report. It's just kind of your average hiking trail through the forest, through the pines and stuff. Got some decent views. Not too bad, not too shabby. I'll tell you, it's quite the experience hiking the you know, hiking out here on top of ice and snow while you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt. But that definitely is a Colorado mountain experience. Okay, so I made a wrong turn evidently, and now I can see that it was a very stupid wrong turn, because it's clearly marked right here that this is the Catamount Trail. But yeah, I just went right past it and kept going down that way, and it led out to another trailhead, and I was like, what the hell? But here we go. This is, I guess, the official start of the Catamount Trail. It's quite a long approach for just a, you know, foothills trail. All right, getting a first pretty good view here on the trail. Hiked a good ways up from where it started, and evidently there's a waterfall that's like, there's another trail that's marked with yellow markers, and I guess there's a waterfall up that trail, but I think this trail goes to the lake, which is where I'm eventually hoping to get to. We'll see if I actually make it in all the way up to the lake, but I am enjoying this. I mean, there is, like I said, you know, you get some good views, and it's an enjoyable hike, and it's a really nice day. I mean, there's definitely a lot of snow and ice on the trail, but it's like 60 degrees right now, so it feels really nice up here. Another little viewpoint here. Very cool. So I actually just looked at the map and I found out that the lakes, that the quote-unquote lakes that this trail goes to are North and South Catamount Reservoir, which would explain the name of this trail. But I mean, you can drive to those. I don't know if you can drive to them in the summertime or in the wintertime, but I know you can drive to them in the summertime. And I mean, I don't know, why am I hiking a trail that goes to a place that you can just drive to? So there is a spot called the Garden of Eden, which looks like it's about another mile or so up the trail. And so I was thinking about just going up there, seeing what that's about, and then heading back down. And then on the way back down, I'll check out that waterfall that was up that other trail with the yellow markers. But Garden of Eden, don't know what it is. I just saw it on the map and that's what it's marked as, but looks like it could be cool. And this trail is definitely pretty steep, lots of steep switchbacks, and definitely need to bring micro spikes for this one. I would not do this without them. All right, well, I'll tell you, this trail is quite steep, very steep switchbacks. Not the worst I've been on, but definitely that with the snow and how narrow the trail is and everything makes it definitely a bit of a challenge. Pretty fun though, lots of good views. And I'm just continuing to follow these blue markers here. Should be getting pretty close to the Garden of Eden at this point, whatever it is. I honestly have no idea what to expect. All right, well, I finally gotten to the top of that steep hill. And looks like there's a little bit less snow up here, but I seem to be on some sort of a saddle right now. There's a sign there that says Valley Overlook, 300 feet that way. So I'm going to check that out before I continue on the trail. I should be getting really close to whatever the Garden of Eden actually is. Should be getting real close to it at this point. But yeah, still got those same views. Hoping to get some new views in a bit here. We'll see what happens. But either way, not a bad trail and very light crowds for it being a Saturday where it's, 60 degrees. So I guess in a way this ended up being a better hike than the incline, because one, it's a trail I haven't done before, and two, lots less people and just some different views and stuff. So let's see what this overlook up here is all about. All right, well, this is the valley overlook. Basically the same view I've been getting on most of the trail, just a little bit clearer perspective of it. It's cool. I was hoping for a different view, but this is pretty cool. This is definitely the best view out to that direction that I've had thus far. And I mean, I would say it's worth it, because why not? It's only 300 feet off of the trail, so. But anyway, time to get back onto the trail and continue on. There's some cool rock formations and stuff up here right off the trail. I think I'm gonna check that out after, on my way back, see if I can do some scrambling and get a little different viewpoint. Could be fun. I'm actually going downhill now, and yeah, look at that, bunch of rock formations over here. Looks like there's even more up ahead. I'm very close to the Garden of Eden meadow. It's about another quarter mile, if that. So shouldn't be too bad getting the rest of the way over there, and see how it looks. Okay, well, I made it to the Garden of Eden meadow. Very beautiful, lots of cool rock outcroppings and cliffs and stuff on this side. And then there's the Catamount Creek runs right through there, which is pretty cool. Pretty dry in here too. And yeah, this is definitely a cool little spot. I am wondering if there's a way that I can get up on top of all that. There's got to be a relatively easy way to get up those rocks. I'm gonna go up there and investigate. All right, well, I decided that I'm just gonna head up to the reservoirs actually, because according to a couple of people that just passed by me, they said that the reservoirs are only another half a mile up from here, and it's not even that difficult of a half a mile. So I might as well just go check them out. I've never seen them before, and would be a cool experience, I'm sure, so might as well check them out. But when I get back, I'm definitely gonna scope out all those rocks over there in the Garden of Eden and see if I can come back up here and do some rock scrambling and bouldering and stuff, because that would be really fun. And if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to double check on this, but I believe that this is all in Pike National Forest. And I'll tell you, Garden of Eden wouldn't be a bad spot to set up a campsite for the night and then do some scrambling and bouldering and have a good weekend up in the mountains. Especially in like the spring or something, where, you know, the upper portions of the mountains are gonna be still really cold at night. And down here it probably only goes down to the 20s or 30s. Following right next to the creek. Should be getting to the reservoirs pretty soon here. Not exactly sure how much further, but it shouldn't be that much. Okay, well, I just left the national forest boundary, which is right there, and I'm back on more of a dirt road now. I might take off my spikes. Evidently this area closes at 4 p.m. But yeah, these are kind of just dirt roads here. Don't know. I'm gonna have to see which way the reservoirs are. There's a fork in the road right here. I'm guessing it's to the left, because that way goes up. All right, well, I made it up to the South Catamount Reservoir, and I would definitely say this was worth it. Very good views of Pikes Peak and all the mountains surrounding Pikes Peak. Lots of snow up there. As you can see, the reservoir is completely frozen over. And this is the dirt road. I guess this is like a one-way loop road, and supposedly it goes back. If you go down that way, it'll take you out to the Pikes Peak Highway. But yeah, this is really cool. This was definitely worth the trip up here. I'm not gonna go over to North Catamount Reservoir, because that's like another mile away, it looks like. Like, honestly, that that couple that told me that it was only half a mile up here were definitely incorrect about that. This was more like a mile and a quarter. Just so you know, if you plan on doing this, it's about another 1.5 miles from the Garden of Eden to get up here to South Catamount Reservoir. But definitely worth it for the views. It's really beautiful up here. And God, it's such a nice day. I mean, I think I'm up at like 9,500 feet right now. And I mean, it is a absolutely beautiful day up here. It's really cool. So anyway, this is where I came from. I'm gonna grab some water real quick and then I'll start jogging back down this dirt road and get myself back to the trail. I would have to assume that this road is, all these roads back here are closed for the winter because I haven't seen any other cars up here at all. So I'm assuming it's hiker access only. So if you ever do want to come up here via the Catamount Trail, winter, early spring, whatever, that's the time to do it, because that's when there's not going to be hordes of people who are driving up to Pikes Peak and then see a side road for North and South Catamount Reservoirs and they're like, that seems cool, I'll check that out. Because right now you can see, I mean, there's really nobody up here. There's a couple other people. Well, there was one other person that's down there a little ways doing some fishing, and I saw him earlier on the trail as well. But other than that, there's really nobody up here. So pretty cool, and definitely a really good view there. Okay, well, I'm back at the boundary for Pike National Forest, heading back into the woods here and back on the icy and snow-packed trail. I did just go ahead and run down that, you know, 1/2 mile or so of dirt road, and I'm probably going to do the same for that initial mile of dirt road that I hiked to get to the trailhead, just because I would like the trail run most of the way down if I could, but I just don't think it's too realistic with the trail conditions the way they are, even with spikes. Still got to be careful because this trail is very steep and narrow and like right on the edge of a cliff in some sections. So, but I'm definitely going to head back down to the Garden of Eden now and check out some of those rock outcroppings over there, because that looks like a freaking playground to me. So see what it looks like over there. Okay, well, I made it back to the Garden of Eden. I was jogging most of the way, so it took a lot less time to get back here than it did to go up. But I'm gonna head up that way and try to check out some of those cliffs and rock outcroppings up there and see what kind of scrambling slash bouldering opportunities there might be. I mean, we'll see. I could get up there and it could all just be like, you know, class 5 lines and nothing that's, you know, in the class 3 or 4 range. We will see. But definitely looks like there's some opportunities for something I could do up there. All right. Well, you definitely get some pretty epic views. You can actually go up a little higher. I'm not sure how much higher you can go from there, but it almost looks like it connects up to that little peak right there, which would be kind of cool. There's the meadow down there that I started at. It's not very difficult at all to get up here. There was like a couple of very easy class 3 moves. Not quite what I was hoping for, but there's definitely some more difficult lines that I can see. Like over here, looks like is like a class 4 line, and definitely some other options, and you can go higher up there as well. So I'm definitely gonna have to come back here and check this place out when I have more time, like hike up here in the morning and just spend, you know, a good 4 or 5 hours up here just checking out all the different routes up these rocks and doing some scrambling and bouldering. Looks like it'd be a lot of fun. But if you do just want to come up here without, you know, risking your life, the way I came up from down there was pretty easy. But I think it's about snack time before I head back down to the trailhead. But yeah, you definitely get good views here too, for sure. All right, well, I hiked over to the other side just to see the view from over here, and it's pretty cool. Not too much better than, not really any better than the view over there, but you get to see a little further up that direction towards like Woodland Park area. So this is really cool. So I actually think you can't actually see the top, but there's a little summit right over here, and I'm pretty sure you can hike up there too. I saw a trail split back down there on that initial steep section of the trail, and I think it climbs up this. So there's a lot of options for hiking and all kinds of stuff back in here. Really cool area to explore. I'm loving this. I'll definitely be coming back here. All right, well, I'm back on that initial slope that you switch back up to get to the saddle. Just passed over that saddle not too long ago, and I honestly forgot how steep this section was. It's quite steep. Definitely need to be careful through this initial part of the hike. Very steep and lots of ice and slushy snow. And like I said earlier in the video, I would highly recommend bringing micro spikes. If you don't have spikes on this hike, you're gonna have a terrible time. All right, well, I'm definitely seeing some tracks through here that are either a bobcat or a small mountain lion. Some of these are dog tracks, but definitely not all of them. Some of these are definitely from a cat. So I'd have to say either a bobcat or a small mountain lion's been around here recently, because whatever it is, it's not huge, but pretty cool nonetheless. So here's the waterfall they're talking about. Real quick little side trip off of the main trail. It's not much of a waterfall, but it's kind of cool. I mean, it's worth checking out. It's super, super close. I will say though, this would probably be a cooler spot to check out in the summertime, when it's not like half frozen and you can't really see most of it. But still, I would definitely say it's worth checking out. Okay, so I'm back on the dirt road that leads back to where my car is parked. About another 0.8 miles from here. So this hike was actually really cool. Didn't really know what to expect, but I was really impressed. Lots of good views. Very small waterfall, but a waterfall nonetheless. And then that Garden of Eden section was probably my favorite part. And then of course getting up to the reservoir and seeing the views of Pikes Peak and everything was also really awesome. So all said and done, by the time I get back to the trailhead, I'll have done about close to 9 miles actually. And so be expecting, you know, 8.5, because I did make a couple of wrong turns and went off trail a couple of times as well. So I'd say probably plan for it to be about an 8-mile total hike if you check out the waterfall and go all the way up to the reservoir and everything. But yeah, really cool. So I'm probably just gonna run the rest of the way down this road, get back to the car real quick, and definitely get some food because I am starving right now. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel. Go check out some of my other awesome hiking videos, and I've definitely got some cool stuff planned soon, both in Colorado and elsewhere. Nice little cliffhanger for the 75 people that end up seeing this. But anyway, you guys have a good one, and I'll see you on the next adventure.